Vibe with this motherfucker. This song is long as hell, so I shouldn't. I'll play. Fuck it. Quick live with this motherfucker.
At the pearly gates, smoking goalies, smoking greenies, got talk shit, but I always see me. Waiting on the man. Girl, I think you just lost it. This because you got caught with your hand in the coochie. There's no show and tell. My mind is too bad, we could carve it out. Look at you, I can see, I know what I have. Slide it in, just hush. Maybe say like hush. Turn. You don't need just hush. Please don't know.
Hopefully it's not too loud for y'all.
I'm making the rest.
Oh shit.
That's a universe. We talk all the time, even when she stuck in the drama. Her favorite genre is drama, and of course, rom-com, romance. She be always digging in, but I think we stretching. I respect that pussy. She always making check. She know my place, she knows I'll never check. Yeah, that's why this cycle takes a breath. But I'ma tell you now, girl, it's not the only one to travel from. We don't create these fucked out organs. We stay in the mind. You is a vibe. I'm check all right. With my white shoes.
My God, put my shoes on.
Turn chill like turn reduce all 10 chakras. In the influence you may not be aware yet. Get out your ego and fuck with just bars. I'ma show you life ain't hard. Really all we in charge. Angels come this change this spot. I was all over the mountain shit I saw. Now that I've done carved up these goals, I'm gonna make life shake this stove. Turn put you some spells, I got that now. And I know I'm on top because never knows best. Shit with anime. But nowadays I don't. Shit is ass. I'm going up on a spaceship and never coming back. Check. Got you, got me, got you, got me, got you, got me, got you, got me. Yeah. At the pearly days, smoking gold, smoking greenies, got touching my own. Yes, that's it. Yeah. Now if I feel alright, got you, got me, got you, got me, got you, got me, got you, got me. Yeah. At the pearly gates, smoking goalies, smoking greenies, got talk shit, but I always see me. Now, when you look, you may think those are stars, but you just gotta look and then know it's the stars. See when I creep in, all I see is scars. You is in the deep end, still driving a car. I'm my own bitch, now you do not even fucking owe me. But I'll give you your best times, yeah, right now, girl, you owe me. Just need a wise brain to go on when I'm floating. Spiritual chick, she look just like a made-up character. Turn, pick the best features, she's there. Got me think like a right. Check, she need me like I was Clyde. Check, she my Bonnie. Check, I changed her life. Turn, she changed my world. Turn, took the world. Turn, on a flight. Check, up tonight. Check, do it all night. Check, got no right. Check, jiggle hat. Just fucking happens. Okay, with the captain. I'm not even acting. Even laughing. Unless we see it playing out. Come with me, yeah. If I tell you something that you wanna see, yeah. Cause you know the T. And you know your ABC. The alphabet you read. Make like 1, 2, 3. Number. It's like math. I'm talking school. That's real facts. I'm talking pilots. The tricks we fucking do. So I'ma drink up dude. Cause running. And then in the future we'll have some kids. Yeah, eyes are kind. If you did some shadow work, we could outsmart your boss. Anytime I feel lost, your time I cater to. Making moves, making plans. I'm not gonna land. Drove out in a spaceship and I always have to. Yeah. Got you, got me, got you, got me, got you, got me. Yeah. At the day, smoking gold, smoking greenies, got touching my own. Yes, that's it. Yeah. If I feel alright, got you, got me, got you, got me, got you, got me, got me. Yeah. At the pearly gates, smoking gold, smoking greenies, got talk shit, but I always see me.
That's enough of that. Long, this is a long ass song anyway. Hold on. All right. So it's gonna be a quick live stream, but hold on, give me a second. But yeah, so basically, you don't talk. Sudden's god damn my nigga. So Moon in Sagittarius, Sun in Bro. Please don't play anything. All right. So yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, expanding on our knowledge or our stress. You know what I'm saying? So I had a post about it on my Instagram. I posted like what y'all should be looking out for when those times. And you know what I'm saying, when and now that we actually on it, it's kind of like I was preparing y'all to get ready for the space of seeing what to be prepared for. So y'all should be in a space on where y'all are trying to find a way on how to create some uniqueness in what you learned from the last moon transition, and trying to figure out if how you were expressing yourself in Leo was the right way on how to like you know what I'm saying, be more profound in the energy, you know what I'm saying? And like no matter what, you're going to be in a space somewhere the things you're doing has a meaning towards behind it, you know what I'm saying? And with that meaning, you want that meaning to something where what you're doing is figuring out certain keys for your access points for what you're doing. So when you're finding something to like to worry about, you're not worrying about the wrong things. You're worrying about things that like it's like you got so you've received, you'll never be less, but you receive so much blessings that the certain amount of blessings you get help you with a scenario on where it actually you stress about, you're thinking like, damn, should I, if when I blossom, should I be in this area in life? Should I be in this area in life? Should I be in this area in life? You should just go with the flow and let that happen in general. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the moon in Sagittarius is teaching us. You know what I'm saying? So getting that shit, you have a way of expanding that awareness, a horizon to a new vantage point to your area, to what you have going on within yourself. So that's why it's good whenever you're doing to have some sort of purpose behind what you're doing, because purpose will lead towards you being the master of any situation, no matter what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, well, we're all gonna have something that leads us towards the main point of what something means to like to be. You know what I'm saying? And we're here to be like the best versions of ourselves, but the best version of ourselves gets played so much because it's kind of like when we become the best version of ourselves, we always fail to realize that that's something that we have to do on our own. You know what I'm saying? We're in the age of Aries, so the age of Aries, you know what I'm saying, we're all going to be learning how to be Dolo, but if we don't know how to become Dolo in our own individual ways, we'll be in a space of where we don't know how to access that certain point within ourselves to what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So we'll start thinking to ourselves, the things we're supposed to be doing has to be something that everyone's doing. But we're not even gonna be in a space like thinking like that no more. We're gonna be beyond that and thinking like, damn, but what can I do to actually access myself to this point of life, to bring in my accumulations to what I'm doing at the Virgo season, because Virgo season is your harvesting season. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm doing to accumulate, all my lessons I've learned, all the practices, all the gifts, the talents I was going through, and trying to figure out a better way on how to access those ways within myself. So I got something where I can actually have a way of a purpose in my life, a meaning towards the things I do, the things you do behind you, the things you do, the reason you do things behind, you know what I'm saying, what you do. And once you get within that flow, you'll be in a space where have something where you can actually have a way of expressing yourself, a way of being. You know what I'm saying? And that way of being becomes just having some sort of motion you have within yourself, and then you'll realize that motion you have within yourself is something that actually expands you to become that good best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So now you can see where these words, these slangs, these sayings of what we say, the things we say, is a meaning behind these things. You know what I'm saying? And when you understand, like my shirt, it's just my self-made. When you know how to create the access to be self-made, oh shit, yeah, I'm just being myself. Like, and I always preach this: be yourself. I'm an earth sign, so I'm always, I'm always gonna be myself. You know what I'm saying? It may seem like practical or may seem stubborn, but like I don't really care how motherfuckers think. I'm just gonna have that sway. I should have a purpose within what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And once I have that purpose for what I'm doing, then it'll be a space on where I can actually have something where I can actually accumulate what I'm doing within that receiving, like receiving energy. You know what I'm saying? So like Sagittarius, so look at the Sagittarius, the moon in Sagittarius as you outside in a campfire. Look at Virgo as you have the hut over you, you know what I'm saying, the tree branch. You create a tree. It's like damn near you create a house over you. You know what I'm saying? You create like a mini hut or however you make it, and see that as the flame you're looking at would be what you create the inside out. You know what I'm saying? And that Virgo structure within the element with that hut you create becomes your actual mother, your receiving internal energies. So once you understand these things in general, you'll know how to actually access the ways on how the purpose of what it means to accumulate out of that receiving, expanding, contraction knowledge within the inside out. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand that, you know how to actually have a purpose for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And the purpose becomes what you access out of spark within yourself. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, you're gonna have to be doing something where you're trying to figure out something where you can actually you don't have to worry about too much nonsense, but you can like if you're in the negative end, you're gonna be worrying about stressing about nonsense. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the positive end, you're gonna be expanding something about your knowledge and your wisdom and things that motivates you. You know what I'm saying? So once you get that purpose going, you have a way on how you can look at these things for what it's supposed to be seen as in the future or in the present. Whatever you're doing in past, whatever, all these things is like the same thing. And understand how to travel within the actual ways of how these things are paired to be, you'll be in a space where you control the ways on how the whole purpose, that whole thing becomes. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you get with yourself and get within your internal energies the right way. You know, so now you got something where you can actually have some sort of main goal, main access point to reach for you. Have your puzzle piece in the right areas of life. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, when you're figuring out the puzzle piece, you're trying to figure out the certain puzzle piece to get together. Find, like, really think of it when you're looking at it, and think of it like, okay, this puzzle piece is me. If for me to even see this puzzle piece, I got to be in sort of knowledgeable wisdom space. You know what I'm saying? And once I'm accessing these puzzle pieces, I gotta figure out a way on how I technically don't even gotta put the shit together. Maybe I may have to just find 2, 3, 4 pieces, and the whole puzzle that's seeming hard may just have to do with myself trying to figure out what I'm supposed to, like you may think the puzzle pieces are some crazy amount of puzzles, but once you put the first piece together, it's like, officially speaking, you're like, you'll know, like you'll see the right area on what life is supposed to be expounded on, saying, and wherever you're expounding on becomes the main purpose of what you have to do to value yourself. You know what I'm saying? You take pride in, and not pride, but you take you get motivation from value. I can't even say the word, valuing yourself. Goddamn, yeah, just said it. valuing yourself. Goddamn. So once you do that, you know it's like you'll have a right point to where something is supposed to be seen and measure that. So when you're measuring the whole pieces on the puzzle piece, you'll see that you understand the size, the width, the length, all that shit, and then you understand. Okay, once I put this together and put the it may have to put like like a couple together, but once I put the couple together, the whole thing, it's like all possibility shows you a way on how the whole thing becomes one of the same. You know what I'm saying? And once you see it from that perception, it's like you'll thank God for that. You'll be like, oh shit, thank you God, because I didn't even see it like this. I was just going with the wisdom. I was just going with what I felt was right. And once you're connected to that knowledge, you get that knowledge. Like you have no choice but to have a certain a certain space where you enter in your life where you just yourself like, damn, this can't be from no one else but God. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that this happened in my life. So it's like that's why you have to be in a space where you're open to certain things like this when you're accessing these kind of areas in these types of ways, and when you're looking at these things within your parameter. You know what I'm saying? You want to, no matter what, you want to be in a space where you're always the wise in every situation in your life, because if once you're in that space, once you're in that space, I'm gonna have card mouth. You're in that space. You know what I'm saying? You'll have a way on where shit just makes sense in general. You know what I'm saying? And it's like once that happens, you'll know where shit is supposed to be leaning towards in the right way. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a leader at the end of the day. You won't have to be a follower. And when you're a leader at those things in your life, you can you access the point of where shit happens to be at in the universe. And when you're looking at shit like that in the universe, you're now in a space on where you have the ability to do shit at will. You know what I'm saying? It becomes a will. You know what I'm saying? And when you do shit at will, that's where it gets cold at. You know what I'm saying? Because shit becomes so much simpler and easier for in life. Like when you come back now, it's like you just figure out how to actually operate just this vehicle. Like you try to you could bring what you got from God, you bring it down here, then you start to access new types of abilities down here. So it's like you're never in a weak position, you're never in a low-minded position, in a depressed position, you're never in a low-hanging fruit position. You're always in a high-hanging fruit position, and people always gotta learn from you, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? No matter what type of energy you get, it's all for the good. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta know where to look at it from that perception and that point of view, because if you don't know how to look at it from those perceptions and those points of view, you'll forever be lost in the sauce, thinking something is one way and it's the other way the whole time. You thinking that you're supposed to have a way on how you should express to this individual, not and this individual already knew that if you would come to that with that kind of knowledge, they would have to be the space where they would think to themselves like, oh shit, this might be think I'm weak, or I'm a low hanging fruit. They may not say this, but they may think this, and they may also subconsciously, because when you're looking into those like low vibration spirit, you be in a space where you know the bed you made for yourself, and you don't want to get taken out of that position. You're in a space where it's like, damn, like if I'm right, I don't want to be wrong. It's the same. If I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. So they put in that position. It's like such a trash position that you have no choice but to like it's like you shame them, but you don't do it like in a harmful way. You do it in the most trying to help them, like kind, most like respectable way. God damn, what am I respectable way? You know what I'm saying? And when you're in that space, it's like things happen to be more caring, more catering what you have to do to actually be a wise spirit. You know what I'm saying? So it really be all that and things of that nature. So it's like just know with the moon in Sagittarius, we're all gonna be in a space where we have to get with the wisdom key knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Create that key for yourself, walk through those, see which one's right or wrong, see which one you're going through. See which one will lead you that space on where you don't gotta stress, where you're in a more percentage level of expanding your mind, thinking broad out shit. So when you're like, I hope my shit isn't my. Well, I'm not gonna fuck all that shit because I'm not gonna be here for too long. But yeah, so it's like that in the sense of nature. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just gotta know how to look at things. And when you're looking at things from that right percentage level, you always put the right percentage level in the cup to know how much to fill, how less to fill. You know what I'm saying? So when you fill in the cup, you have the right percentage level on where to fill that shit at. So it's like you dump it's like all this shit, the shit in the water and the shit. And once you're doing that, it's like you have a way on how shit actually adds up. Like, you know, like if you want to put some a teaspoon of tea in that bitch, iced tea, whatever you put in that shit, teaspoon of coffee. Well, I don't know what y'all do, but whatever y'all put in y'all water cups to mix the flavor, to make it dirty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no, that's why it's good to look at things like that and know what to see, what you're looking at from the main perspective at the end of the day. Because if you don't know what you're looking at at the end of the day, you're forever lost. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, like, Sun and Virgo, like we think about things like this. We may think of over stress about the cup of water, like, damn, like I usually drink this amount of cup of water, but I put in this amount, so I'm not gonna. No, I'm wasting water. Oh shit. Oh man, I've done bought this shit and now I'm wasting it. I'm putting in the fridge, but if I put it in the fridge, then the air from the fridge might cup. So now I gotta cover that shit up with in a bowl or whatever you put it. But I put it in a bowl, then it won't taste the same. Oh, then all you're doing is sticking yourself in headache. Like you don't want to do none of that shit. You just want to like, man, like. Just use the moon knowledge. Use the moon and Sagittarius and think the right way. Like don't even think too much. Be in your higher chakras. So you're looking at perception. It may not even lead you to get a cup of water. You may fuck around and I know it seems nasty, but I'm just knowledge. You may drink the tap water. You may just tell you, so let me drink this shit. You know, I know we all been there, so don't act like this is stupid. Like we all been there, so you may fuck around and just drink the tap water. You don't want to waste the water. You done got the water bottles, or the shit you done, whatever you all use for the boom, what's that shit called, the thingy, the big thing. I don't know, your tank water and your shit. If y'all got that, you know what I'm saying, and you may use that, but it's deep. So it's like you may just if you may drink her, but at least you're not you have the percentage level. Like I know it gets deep, but you know the percentage level that you want to put in your system, and you start to think, okay, maybe it wasn't that bad. Cause I'm in a space where I can actually see from this perception, and not get too lost in the sauce, thinking something is another thing. So it's like that in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta know what the fuck you're looking at. When you know what the fuck you're looking at, you're in the right. Like you look at things from such a simple eye. I call this a simple eye because life becomes so much simple when you use your first eye. You know what I'm saying? And when you use your first eye, the everything in life you would made complicated becomes so simple. And then the things that become simple have to no choice but to will into your existence, and you receive the benefits from whatever happened in that area in life. You know what I'm saying? And whether that area was positive or negative, you see from the perception on where you can take that energy, that shit that happened, bring it to your higher chakras, and see from the perception on where, okay, let me use this, and you put this in a space on where I can see it from the clear point of view. You know what I'm saying? And not let it affect me all the way too much. So when I don't let it affect me all the way too much, I'm I'm in an area where I can actually have an access point to where these things happen to play out all in the same time, but it's all different way. You know what I'm saying? So when I see it from different parameters, perceptions, it's like what's that game? I forgot. I don't even know if it was a game or a movie, but it was something where you're seeing shit from different points of views. I don't know, I forgot what it's called, but yes, like you've seen shit. I use That's So Raven, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause you know when you or Jimmy Neutron, you know what I mean? I'm Gen Z, so you know me. I'm into shit like I'm in. Well, I was really into all that shit, but I seen what was happening. I was like, oh, interesting. But yeah, you can use your Jimmy if you're a man. Use your Jimmy Sharp. If you're a female, use your That's So Raven, and go in time and look at things for what it's supposed to be seen as. And when you look at it from what it's to be seen as, you'll see it from all perceptions, all areas, all ways of getting thinking and feeling, and you'll have the wisdom. Okay, well, this camera, I mean, I be thinking I'd be having something. I don't got shit. Why the fuck it looks like I? But anyway, yeah. So you go in your mind and you start to look at all the areas and how it can play out. And it's like when you look at things like that, like you start to realize, okay, let me backtrack, and you can see you can look at it as the retrograde, the Mercury retrograde. You know what I'm saying? And we look at it from that perception. But you can see it as Mercury retrograde if you want to use the planets for yourself and use the Mercury for your access and your abilities and your powers and things of that nature. But once you're in that space, you'll be in an area where you're seen for how it's supposed to be seen and what area makes sense in your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why it's good to have a way how to access some sort of ability within yourself when you're going through a certain transit in your life, trying to access some sort of power or some sort of key or some sort of whatever. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, you're gonna have a way on where you get the shit situated, and when you get that shit situated, you'll have a way on how you can have some sort of balance, equilibrium way on how you can look at the whole scenario and see where you could have done right, where you could have done wrong, where you could have done left, where you could have done right, where you could have done all that shit, and then you'll be in a position where you have all the possessions, all the bitches, all this shit, and then when you're in that position, no matter what, you're in seeing in the light as where you control these things. You control all that shit, like the light and all that shit, the dark. Saying you become in the pearl. You work for the pearl. You know what I'm saying? You become access with God. You know what I'm saying? And when you access with God, you put in a position on where the whole becomes so much more easier in life, and then you don't have to stress too much about what makes you feel negative or positive. You're in a space on where accessing the whole ability to what it means to be an individual. And that's what spirituality is. Spirituality is individuality. You know what I'm saying? So it's like get with the fucking flow. Get with the energy, you know what I'm saying? Know what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? Never get lost in the sauce and thinking that you're in the wrong position or whatever you're doing, because the power is in your hands, and once you know how to use these abilities for yourself, no matter what you're doing, you put in an access position where you're maneuvering your spaceship in the right parameters, right spaces, right areas and the locations, the esoteric realm, and you'll be putting in position the whole thing where you have to become at your throne, at your kingship, becomes more like you become more there in general. You know, like you can get in the mind so much simple, and you don't gotta worry too much about the physical. You'll know how to be accessing that ability. You know what I'm saying? Once you access that ability, the whole shit, it's that's the ball game at the end of the day. You'll know what the fuck you're supposed to be doing, how the fuck you're supposed to access your. But you know, just get up with the flow and goddamn Jet Spark, Star Pilot, and then we out in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I love all y'all, appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying?